Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and excited for the show today. We had a game yesterday, man. Well, we had a game Sunday. Excuse me, we had a game Sunday, and we are here on Tuesday, and we're gonna get a little bit more into that in just a few minutes. But before we do that, let me just introduce the guys here today and ask them how they're doing before we get into the show. So, Matt, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. We got a Bills win. I'm pumped up, man. This is a good start to the season. I also got a double win in fantasy against Preach this week. For those of you who follow fantasy football, I just want everybody to know that I'm starting out the season. Preach can't mess with me, and I'm happy about that as well.
A dead clock is right twice a day. So they say. But
we all know Preach trash, but you know what I'm saying. So it ain't. I don't know how much is that a good accomplishment. You know what I'm saying. But I'm doing great, Preach. I'm doing great. Bills win. You know what I'm saying. I'm wearing blue. I'm wearing the jersey blue. Shout out to Games Cook. Everybody had a great game. A lot of people had a good game. So I'm ready to get into it, man. You was wrong. Your prediction was wrong. I hope you can you admit that? You admit that you were wrong?
We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about everything.
Or you could just admit it now, and then we can get into it.
No. We're going to talk about everything in a second. We're definitely going to talk about everything in a second. Got some exciting news. Shout out to everybody that comments. Appreciate y'all, Swanson. I did. Yes, I did. It was dream come true. But we're gonna talk about a lot of things. Definitely eventful week. But let me do this. Let me do this. Shout out to 26 Shirts. Shout out to Buffalo fan base. We appreciate them. And also OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. You can go there, find all your Overdue Bills content, Overdue Bills merch, all those amazing things. You can please go to the website and check us out there. Also, we ask you to like, rate, and review, subscribe, do all those amazing things. Do it right now, so we can get the show out. And with that being said, we told y'all we're going bigger and better. And we have another sponsor. We have a presenting sponsor on our show. We're excited to unveil it. And Matt, if you can, take it away to let the people know who was sponsoring this show today. Matt, you muted. Please, we need to hear y'all.
We need to hear this one.
My bad. I'm rookie moves right here. But yeah, I'm excited to announce that this episode and every other episode of the Overdue Bills podcast is brought to you by none other than the Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Just like the Bills on the field, Art of Glass Smoke Shop lights the competition up. Western New York's one-stop shop will provide you with any and all of your smoking needs to get you right not only on game day, but any day. Art of Glass has a huge selection of CBD, kratom, scales, rolling papers, and so much more. Stop into any one of their Western New York locations today and get everything you need. They also offer a premium cigar lounge that they just opened up at 3495 Delaware Avenue in Kenmore. Stop in and check those guys out today. I promise you won't regret it. It's one of my favorite lounges in the area. It's one of the most premier lounges in the area. Mention the Overdue Bills podcast, and you get free access to the lounge. That's what we have going on with them right now. That may change week to week. We will definitely go from there. But I'm happy to have those guys on board. Great people, great business. You'll be looking for them every week going forward, and we'll also be incorporating them in the contest. You'll see that later on today.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Art of Glass Smoke Shop, man.
Absolutely. Shout out to our presenting sponsor. Definitely appreciate them for getting on board.
Yes, sir.
And with that being said, let's get into this show. I know everybody wants to talk about the game we had on Sunday. And before we do that, we're going to mention it at the end of the show, but let me mention it now. This is our new time slot, 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. We will be here. We want to give ourselves some time to think about the game. we're very hyperbolic after the game. And so okay, it's me. I'm gonna give myself to come down. I know my cousin texted me. He would text me during the whole game. Yo, I can't wait to hear your take on the game. And I said, we're not going Monday, we're going Tuesday because we want to be cooler heads for our fans. Cooler heads prevail. But with that being said, quick question of the day. And I want to ask everybody in the comments. I want to ask the guys on the show. Because this seems like it's a recurring theme for the Buffalo Bills, or at least it has been for the past year or so. And so I'm gonna ask this question to everybody: is consistently starting off slow indicative of bad coaching? Right? And I'm just gonna ask the question because it seems as if the Buffalo Bills we have a tendency of starting off slow. We have a tendency of losing our first game. We have a tendency of we're trying to figure out, well, what is going on? Why is it taking us a long time to get it going? Right. So, and it happened. We're going to talk about the game. It happened on Sunday. It seemed as if it took us a long time to get it going. Right. Certain things were out of pocket. That's abnormal in the preseason. We came out awful in our first game. I'm just asking the questions I want to know. Is starting off slow indicative of bad coaching, or is it something wrong with our players? I'm just asking the question, Matt.
I don't know if I'd necessarily say it's bad coaching. I just think it's, how we've been going the last couple of years. I mean, we're not front runners, which I'm happy about that. I hate to lose it late and be a front runner. I'd rather start slow, honestly. So I don't think it's really indicative of anything. It's just kind of the way we do things. I don't think there's any root cause to what gets that rolling.
Interesting. Okay. Rad, some people say we're a second half team. And what I like to say to people say that what are we doing for the first half? Like, why am I paying you? Are you just not coming to play? Right? Because that's indicative of something. Something is going on there why we can't click it or turn it on. Is it a Sean McDermott issue? Is he stale? What's going on?
No, I won't say that, right? Because you win as long as you win the game. I mean, the fast starts, I get it. That's a fan, wanting to watch the game and get it going as soon as possible. But you got to fill out teams, especially a team like Arizona that we don't play much. A quarterback that we probably haven't seen in a while, Kyler Murray. And I think ultimately to make adjustments at halftime, to understand what you can and cannot do and implement it, and to dominate the second halves. Sells you. I think that's a nod to great coaching, not the opposite. I mean, the beginning of the game, maybe that's the preparation at the beginning, but to be able to adjust halfway through the game or to make adjustments at all that have answers for your team, that maybe something that not going right, and you take the team in the locker room and you have answers for them. I think that's indicative of great coaching, not bad coaching. So I think it's the opposite.
Interesting. My take on it is, and we're going to talk about it because the opponent that we play, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it all. But I think it's a dangerous game. When you play with the devil, things can go bad in that sense. Sometimes you can't necessarily click it on just at a moment's notice. I think we have to be very careful. I don't see a problem with us starting off good. Like I don't know why that's such an issue. Why can't we come out?
Because it's another team that's playing. It's another team that's coming with their best plays with all the stuff
to be better than that team, though. That's my issue.
But that's why it's not one quarter. It's four of them. And we end up being better to that team, and we win in the end, right? That's how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, and also too, I mean, every team has a script, right? And they kind of, they follow that script. Could have been a coincidence that their script was a little bit better than ours in the beginning. They executed what they had to do. We didn't, and and we came in, made our adjustments, took back over in the second half, and you see the result of it.
Absolutely, I appreciate all y'all in the comments. Definitely insightful. I just want to throw that question out there to see if it was something that was going on, but I'm hearing that clearly it's not. Okay, so moving right along here. Let me ask this before we kind of get into the recap of the game. A couple things happened. Spencer Brown got some money. And we got to talk about some injury report things. Because I will say this. Matt, you went to the game, correct?
I did. Yep.
I was at the game as well. Rad wasn't at the game, and I will say,
big screen.
Like being at the game, it is it's not as easy to see or to know everything that's going on, right?
Sure.
Like certain things I just didn't know. I didn't know Teron Johnson had got hurt. Did everybody know that?
No, it was like it came up on the ticker. I was like,
It was like the 7th play of the game. So I mean, honestly, I'll be honest. I didn't know. I didn't know. There was one point I said, where is he? And
I mean, we knew if you was watching at home because they said it.
Right. Yeah. But I didn't know. Like, it was just kind of like, well, what? Like, is he not? He's not in. But anyways, let's Matt. We're just gonna go around the room real quick. Are we happy that Spencer Brown got that contract? Now, with the pundits talk about it, they say it's funny money. We have an out at the end of the year. It's like the Ed Oliver contract. It's not necessarily all fully guaranteed, but nonetheless, we thought it not robbery to give him a contract. And we have spoken about Spencer Brown on this podcast of him being one of the lesser tackles in football. So, Matt, how do you feel about it? I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I got to get more into the details of it, but I would say it's from just a quick glance of it. It is funny money. I think it's more so incentive based. He has to he has to kind of put up or shut up, and we do have an out, like you said. It makes sense for both sides. Gives him a little bit more security, maybe a little bit more motivation to be a little better. And that's I'm not happy. I'm not mad at it. I'm just, it's another storyline for us to talk about a little bit, but it is what it is.
Rad, how do you feel about the Spencer Brown contract?
I think like right when we pay at Oliver, it was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? Right. It was like, hold on. What did you see that we did not see? But like I said, it was a lot of funny money, and it's incentive. It's incentive. Hey, if you play good, if you amp up your play, more of this money, we can guarantee more of this money as we go. But we understand you are our best option, but at the same time, we will replace you if need be because we can get out. It's an out. So ultimately, it's an incentive-based contract. I think Bills, let's be honest, we're not the sexiest free agent. So to get a high level O lineman possibly, so you're trying to develop what we got, and give him some incentives to stay long and stay with us. So I'm good with that. If it end up being funny money and it's an incentive like Ed Oliver, so I'm not mad at that at all.
Sure.
I mean, y'all know how I feel about Spencer Brown, so shout out to him. I appreciate everybody feeding their families. But with that being said, let's and listen, you do got to put up or shut up. I want to see him play better, and we'll see. That remains to be seen. But let's talk about the injury report real quickly before we get into the recap of the game, because I talked about Teron Johnson being hurt, right? So, and I guess he's week to week is what I've seen, or what did you see, Matt?
No. So McDermott already said he's out for Thursday. The forearm injury. He said that he obviously didn't return from the game, and he'll be ruled out for this week. He didn't really go too much farther into it. And then the other big injury was Smoot, was Dwayne Smoot, the defensive lineman. He's not going to play this week either. A couple other guys, he came out today, said Josh was cleared for practice this week. He's going to play on Thursday. I know there was a little scare with the hand there. We were in my section, at least, we were all getting a little nervous when we saw Mitch warming up. I was like, oh no. But yeah, besides those two, there's nothing really glaring. A couple guys, just banged up. They're going to play Thursday. I'm sorry. Let me take a step back. Cole Bishop might get elevated this week in the absence of Teron Johnson, so that might have an appearance from him too. He was a scratch last week.
Interesting. Tara just said it. I guess we buried the lead. Josh Allen's hand. It was a big thought of conversation. People did talk about it, but she's saying he's Gucci. She is a doctor, a literal doctor. No, I'm just being honest. She
if we're gonna trust anybody,
I'll trust her. I'll defer to her expertise on that. All right, let's get to the recap of the game, because I do have some thoughts, and I want everybody in the comments to share their thoughts on the game. Let's get to it real quickly. We're not going to be on here very, very, very long, but we're going to talk about some things, do a preview of Thursday night, and we're going to get off the show. But with that being said, let's talk about the game. And here's how I want to do it. I want to get two things that we want to leave on Sunday and two things we want to take from Sunday. All right. So Just give me 2 things that you saw that you say, no, I don't want to see that no more. Let's keep it on Sunday. And 2 things we want to take into this Thursday night game. So I'm going to go to Matt first, and then I'm going to go to Rad.
2 things that I want to leave. A lot of, Dalton Kincaid, complaining, about calls and things like that, and not just getting back into it and playing. It was kind of non-existent on Sunday. Also, a slow start, man. I know I said, it is kind of what we are, but I'm with you, Sam. I don't know why we can't have a fast start and kind of get comfortable early, especially, against a team that we're going up against that we should beat pretty handily. And the offense did look in control every time they did have the ball in the beginning. It just couldn't get it going. Things that I really want to bring in the next game, with the Teron Johnson injury. Friend of the show, friend of mine, Cam Lewis, stepped up in a very big role. He played a lot. He was thrust in there, had 10 total tackles. He had some pretty big plays on third down in the run stopping game. So I like to see him stepping up and really, putting his name in the hat right there. I like that. I want to see that going, and then I want to see more Greg Rousseau, man. He was dominant out there. He was dominant. He had 2 tackles for losses, 3 sacks, 1 strip sack. I need to see that. He wants to be the next one to get that big check. Keep it rolling, Greg. I want to take that in the next week. Send Tua into a little uncomfortable spot early.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that, on some of that for sure. So 2 things I want to take away. No, I'll start with 2 things I want. 2 things I want more of. I want more Shakir. I think Shakir needs to be on the field more, and I think he needs the ball in his hands. When he get the ball, good things happen. Right? Last week I said he's the reason why we ain't sweating the whole wide receiver room. I think Shakir is a dog. I think when he get the ball, he's shifty, yards after catch. He's one of them. He make things happen when he get the ball. So I think I need more Shakir for sure. And I like the balance. I like Cook. I like Ray Davis. I like our running backs. Use our running backs. I'm not, especially early on in the season, the press. One thing I guess it matches with the one thing I want to take away. Pressing the Josh Allen Superman button first game. I didn't love that. Obviously, he can do whatever he wants. He's great. I didn't love seeing Josh Allen turn into Superman so early against a team that we should beat. He got to do what he got to do. I'm not telling him not to do it, but I want to use our running backs when we can. If we don't believe in James Cook on the goal line, let's see if Ray Davis can get some of them easy touchdowns to take away from Josh potentially getting hurt. Because if Josh not playing, like you said, we almost had a heart attack if Mitch got in the game. So I think I just want to see Josh make it through this whole season. Josh to play a little bit smarter. I want Josh to be great, and he's the best goal line player in the league. So I don't want to take it away, but I do want to see if one of our other backs have that potential to help Josh in that area. So for me, them the 2 main things. Josh Superman button. I wanted to I know we got it, so I don't want to use it every single game. But if we got to, we got to do what you got to do. But ultimately, I want to see more Shakir. I think Shakir is a dog. Get him the ball.
I'm gonna be positive, right? I'm gonna be positive, and I want to give a nod to. I guess it's a nod to our coaching. It's a nod to Sean McDermott. And the nod is, I think that the refs was very harsh on Sunday. I thought they were some calls were just idiotic. It was like awful calls. But I thought we kept our composure. Nobody kind of got out of themselves. Even though the ref was hosing us on some of those calls, we kind of stayed locked in to do what we do. And eventually we overcame it, right? So I thought that was a good thing. That's something that Sean McDermott can hang his hat on. That obviously he kept our team composed. No matter what we was down, we fought back and we did what we had to do to win. But what I will say, and I'm just being honest, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. Like, we beat a team we were supposed to beat, right? And the game was close.
But you didn't have us beating them.
Well, I didn't have us beating them because I know the Bills. And what I saw in the first half is what was indicative is that what we always do. I was counting on that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just being honest. I was counting on the regular old Bills,
Okay.
and that's what we do first game. We lose the first game to people like that, so on and so forth.
That's
But
20 years ago, Bills.
No,
Not last
it's not
5
20
years
ago,
ago,
Bills.
Bills.
It's
That's not
the
the last 5
year
years.
Bills. We lost to Pittsburgh. We do that. But irregardless of that, let me say this, because it's going to go into our next topic. Kudos to Josh Allen. That's the thing that I want to take. That Josh Allen showed me MVP type play.
Wow.
That was one of the really, I want to say the first time.
Early.
I'm just being honest. I didn't call him the MVP. I said he showed
You
me
said it. I heard
type
MVP.
stuff.
I did too.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because he just can do it. Like, he's that guy. Like, he's like, man, Josh made every single play, in my opinion.
So how many first round picks now?
I still say we should trade him for 6 first rounds, but that's
6?
Still
6, not 7?
Still 6. It's not 7
8?
yet. No, not yet. Yeah.
All right.
But let me ask y'all this. Let me ask everybody in the comments, because Rad touched upon it.
Pause.
You don't have to check my pulse.
You check his pulse. That he is a lot more calm than that. I think he might have hit out of the glass before the show.
I don't know what
Let
happened.
me ask this.
I don't know what's going on right now.
In Josh we trust, or is it too much? And what I mean by that is, like, Josh is like our everything revolves around him. Granted, it should. He's one of the best.
That's what we said. As long as we got him, we in it. We've been saying this all off season, Preach. That's what we've been saying.
Listen. It just seems to me, I was talking to Mike about it on text, like it literally rides and die, like everything. Like, Josh has to make every single play. Is it too much, Matt? Is it too much?
No, I don't think it is in today's NFL, where we're giving quarterbacks $500 million to be quarterbacks, right? I don't think it's too much to ask of them in a short time span to do that, to do everything, because you see the greats before him, they were asked to do pretty much all of it. Every big play, who gets all the credit? The quarterback. Every bad play, who gets the negativity? The quarterback. So I don't think it's too much at all.
I'm not gonna say it's too much, because when you got, I know I just earlier I was like, I didn't like the Superman button, but if you need to press it and you got to win the game, you got to win the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about as far as game plan. I want it to be the other parts. I want to see the other parts getting involved in the game quick, better, more involved, and they were. And I don't want, seem like I don't want Josh to be great. Josh be great, be the MVP, be the best player on the field. But it is, you don't want him to get hurt. You don't want him to tap in and do everything. But it is what it is. Too much is required, much is given, right? So I think,
much is required. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I said. You know what I mean.
But also with the slow start, I mean, I feel like we had to hit that button. You know what I mean? It was looking like we were doomed
to lose. Yes.
Yeah. And Josh did play a part in that with the fumble down in the red zone. They controlled the first half, the clock, everything. So once we hit that button, he took over, and the offense looked easy for us.
But I would say this. I would say this. I know we talked about the wide receivers and the other. I think we have good skilled players. I think the skilled players around Josh are better than we think. Based on what I saw, running backs was good. All the wide receivers showed up. I didn't see a bearing. I didn't see like nothing wasteland of talent around Josh Allen. I didn't see that when I watched.
Let me say this: we played an awful team, y'all.
Yes,
we did. They have one of the worst defenses in the league. Like, stop. Let's stop.
No, we do. And I said on last week, I said that I can't name a player on their defense. I said that.
Besides Buda
I'm
Baker,
not disagreeing with you.
Like, Matt Hollins lined up, hit it like a little slant, and he was wide open for a touchdown. Like, we gotta relax.
Yeah, but Cincinnati lost. Other teams lost. We figured it out and beat the team we're supposed to beat.
No, I don't have a problem with us winning the game. Thank God we won the game. We're supposed to win the game. Let me just say this. Swanson did say something. Sometimes we stifle greatness trying to ease the load. I like that. I think y'all know how I feel about Josh Allen. Put everything on Josh. He getting a $500 million. I don't care what it is. Put everything on Josh. Let Josh do it. That's why we pay him. That's why you get the big bucks, in my humble opinion. But I want to temper our us, because let me say this: the reason why I'm not as negative is because obviously they call me Preach, so I'm passing, and I didn't get to the game until like the second quarter, or like 17-0 or what 17-3. That was already on the scoreboard by the time I got to the game. So I was en route because we had got out a little late or whatever the case is. So that's what I didn't see. I honestly did not see with my physical eyes all the bad plays. I saw it through text when I was texting and listening to it on the radio as I was going to the stadium. But when I got there, that's when the shift happened. Now, I don't know if that's coincidence. I don't know if they felt my aura in the stadium. But when I got to the stadium, that's when the shift happens. And that's when we started scoring. Honestly, you can ask everybody who's in my section. That's just a legitimate fact. But with that being, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. That's when the shift happened.
Well, make sure you go to all the games then.
Well, that may be true. I may do that. So shout out to us. We won the game. We won the game we were supposed to win, and that's all we need to do. But with that being said, we got a short week. I was checking my phone. Miami was down. They should have lost to the Jaguars, but they didn't. They won. But we go to Miami, and it's a revenge game. I believe it's a revenge game because when we went there the last time, we should have won that game, and we did not win that game. But we're going back to Miami. Buffalo Bills fans making their way down there as we speak. So the question becomes, what are the keys for success when we play Miami? And I already know what Matt is going to say, so I'm going to go to Rad first and let Matt say it last. So, Rad, when you talk about keys for success against Miami, give us something. Like, give us your feel about this game.
For me, it's always going to be get to Tua, right? Tua is a timing quarterback. We know what we was dealing with. It's a total contrast as far as Kyler to Tua. Maybe they both short in stature and stuff like that. But as far as timing, get the ball out, don't play on time, that's Tua, right? So if we could get, if Greg Rousseau, Von Miller, Epineza, these guys, Ed Oliver can get to Tua early and often, which I think they can, right? I think they can. I think the Jaguars blew that game. The Jaguars played the better game. They should have won that game. They was making Tua have a tough game. Tua gonna throw for yards. No, I'm not. Tua probably gonna have 300 yards. I don't care. How much yards he throw for. But if we get to him, make him uncomfortable, make him have to, go through all his reads and pump fake and try to move. I think that's when Tua is not great. I think this team, honestly, is, I don't think this team is Super Bowl caliber or high playoff win caliber. I think they're very front runners. I think they got 3 players. I think Tua and Hill and Waddle. Now their speed kills. Speed can beat you. I'm not saying they can't win. I'm saying if we know this team, we know they fundamentals, we know what we need to do to beat this team. And I think we should be the favorite and we should beat this team. So get the Tua, sack him, get him uncomfortable, and I think we win this game easily.
Matt, I know what Matt is going to say, but Matt, when you talk about keys for success for this game, what do you think it is?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm going to piggyback on get the Tua, right? We got our defensive line, I think, should be our strong part. So I think, Greg Rousseau, I think guys getting them off that timing early, like Rad said, but also a bigger part of that is the offense controlling the football. I mean, I like what Rad said. I want to get the run game more involved. I want to be able to take guys like Tyreek off the field to not give them a chance to beat us, because we've seen him do it to teams in the NFL. We've seen him do it to us when he played for Kansas City.
He just did it last week.
He just did it last week. He was. I mean, it helped me beat Sam in fantasy. It was 80-yard touchdown. But we wanna eliminate big plays. That they're a big play offense. That's where they thrive on. That's how they beat us last year. We held them to pretty much nothing. Gave up that bomb to Waddle, and the whole dynamic changed. Keep those big plays away, and definitely try to keep those guys off the field as much as possible. Let us control the clock. Let us beat them down. I think that's the key to success.
And if anybody score, let it be Waddle, because I got him in fantasy. But besides that, nobody else will score.
I'll say this. Shout out to Tamara, man, on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. We appreciate that.
Shout out to the YouTube fans.
What up, Tamara?
My keys for success is Josh Allen, and I'm surprised Matt didn't say it. Matt said you always say when we talk about Miami, Josh Allen, what? He owns my
the only reason he's ever lost to Miami is because of Charles Clay. He dropped a wide open touchdown pass. He's their dad. He is their dad, and they got nothing for him.
Josh Allen owns Miami, and I think I want to see that. I just want to see it. Like, do it again. Josh, go out there, press the button as Rad said, and put the team on your back and win the game. And you know what I wanted? I don't mind if we win close. A win is a win. But I want to see a dominant win. And as far as what I'm looking for, not even so much keys for success. We talked about our defensive line going after them. I want to see that, right? I also want to see our cornerbacks, because this is a test. Damar Hamlin, our safety, Tyler Rapp had a good game. I want to see them active, right? See them figure out angles. Like, you know what I mean? Even if they do catch the ball, keep them in front. I want to see good fundamental football, and that's a coach team by Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott's not calling a defense, but if we have any lapses in the defense, I'm going to look at that. So I think that is another key for success. I need them to be on par. I need them to be on point. This is a test for our defensive coordinator calling plays. Right?
I think it's a James Cook game.
Okay.
I think James Cook over 100 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, I think that James Cook is going to be a 80, 100-yard player no matter what. That's just the offense. But I want Josh Allen to show out. I want Kincaid. I want to see that game. I want to see when we look at the stats saying, man, we got a 100-yard receiver. I think this is the type of game because I don't think that the Miami defense is good enough to stop our offense, or not even so much our offense, Josh Allen. I don't think they have a pass rush that vaunted that our offensive line should have issues with, right? I think this should be a dominant game for us, even though it's on a short week. Josh Allen should come in, handle business, and then the whole world is going to say, oh my God, the Bills is here. Josh Allen's an MVP candidate. I think that that's what this game needs to be. And if it's not, I'll come back and talk about it. We'll be back Tuesday.
Even if it's not the dominant game, we win. How you feel like not enough?
I mean, for me, y'all know who I am. I'm honest and I'm a realist about our team, and I'm always gonna be that. Whenever y'all get crazy, I gotta bring us down and bring us back to reality.
How about you don't think it's the opposite? Whenever you get crazy, we gotta bring you back to reality.
No,
you had us losing to the Cardinals.
Listen. Well, we almost lost to the Cardinals,
but we did
we did not lose to the Cardinals, and I'm grateful for that. That's why I said Josh Allen is great. But when we play against Miami, I want to see, and I talk about this, the game is one in the trenches. The defensive line got to do good, but also our offensive line, right? We just paid Spencer Brown. Show me, right? The whole line, McGovern, Torrance, Deion Dawkins, show me. Y'all got to show me. None of that, like giving the ball to James. And let me say this to James Cook. I used to be a running back. Let me say this to James Cook.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm just being honest. James Cook needs to hear me. I used to be a running back.
Where was you a senior year? Let me be quiet. Where was you at senior year?
Rad. Listen, I'm just since he want to bring it up, I want to talk about it. The only reason why senior year high school football I didn't, because I was a basketball star. God had me doing that. Tomorrow, we beat McKinley. He know the. But anyways,
we was a back away. We was a back away.
We was a back away, and I was that back. James Cook hit the hole. Like James Cook, you know what James Cook remind me of? He's a little league runner. He's a little league running back. He always want to hit the outside.
Nah, he was. Nah, I ain't giving you that. Nah, I ain't giving you that. Nah, I'm not giving you that. James is hitting
it. He gets some contact. He definitely gets.
James is nice. Nah, I ain't giving you that. He nice. I ain't giving you that. I ain't giving you that. James nice.
Can I say something real quick?
James nice.
Cook on the stretch runs. If anybody was watching. He just wanted to hit the outside instead of cutting it up. Sometimes you got to cut it up. You got to hit the hole. You can't play around with it. When you get that, hit the hole. Stop trying to cut to the outside all the time. You're just trying to run straight to the outside. Hit that hole. Get those 2 yards. Get that 1 yard.
I'll take 4 o'clock, James. I'll take 4 o'clock.
Yo, he's wildin'. Yo, if James Cook get the full workload, James Cook a top 10 back, bro. James Cook nice. He like that, bro.
19 for 71. I mean, I'll take the 4.
What are you talking about? James is nice.
Listen, can I say something? I'm not saying that James Cook is not a good back. All I'm saying is that there are some runs where I seen where he can use my input. That's all I said.
We'll call him.
The hole.
We'll call him. Let him know.
Listen, I'm about to hit my. Listen, I'm about to hit my. Y'all know, I could call. James couldn't get on the phone right now. That's not an issue. Listen. That is not an issue. I'm just being honest. But listen. We got to get off the show. I did use. Thank you, cuz I used to be that dude. Y'all know the vibes. So let's do this. Let's get to the contest. We had a contest. So Matt, let the people know who won the contest.
Yeah, man. So, we had our contests. We always do it. It's either the score prediction, or if we don't get the score prediction, then it goes to our tiebreakers, right? So we have multiple tiebreakers because we have had in the past people get the score right and the first tiebreaker, so we had to extend it. But last week we had nobody predict the correct score, but we did have we went with our first tiebreaker, which was the closest to the passing yards. Josh Allen finished with 232, an easy 232. Amanda Marie on Facebook She predicted 235, so she was our winner this week. We'll be in contact with you to get an Overdue Bills t-shirt. Congratulations. Now
keep
we're gonna run our contest for this week. A quick turnaround. We got our sponsor on deck now. You know, it's a new ball game. So we're gonna go with our same contest that we roll with every week. Score prediction for the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. Now this contest is going to be brought to you by the Art of Glass Smoke Shop. And I will tell you this, they are having an event at the Art of Glass Cigar Lounge on Thursday for the game. They're going to have food. They got a great bar selection, great cigar selection. I believe it's 15 for non-members and 10 for members. I'll get in the talks with the guys and promote it on our page with this contest. I'll see what I can do for our guys right here, for all of our listeners for Thursday night's event and then going forward. But back to the contest. We're going to go with the score prediction for the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night. The first breaker again, if we get multiple people with the correct score, is going to be Josh Allen's passing yards. The secondary tiebreaker is going to be James Cook's rushing yards. So get those submissions in by 7:30 on Thursday night. And we're going to put it on all of our platforms. So make sure you get in on any platform. It doesn't matter. Also, let me take a step back. You got to be following us on any one of those platforms. Doesn't have to be all of them, preferably all of them. But make sure you're following us to get into those contests and see other things we will have going on this season, whether it's merch sales, sponsor action. Get in on some things that we are going to be rolling out this season. So definitely get those predictions in, and good luck.
Yes, sir.
We definitely appreciate Art of Glass Smoke Shop for being our presenting sponsor. You all know here on the Overdue Bills podcast, we're a holistic show. You want you to be well holistically, and they provide
no ace.
Yeah, I can't say that, but they provide a lot of amazing things for you. We actually really want y'all to go hit them up. Please go hit them up.
And mention us, man.
Definitely mention Overdue Podcast. Those of you who indulge in cigars and those things, they have an amazing cigar shop. Please go look them up on Instagram. Follow them. Do all that, man. They are part of the family now, y'all. They are part of the family. They came on. We definitely appreciate them. So shout out to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Shout out to overduebillspod.com. We ask you to go there. Please go there. Please go there for all our merch, all those amazing things. And also shout out to Buffalo fan base. We're on all platforms. Overdue Bills, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Go follow us. Listen, Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We will be back. We giving ourselves a day. Listen, we take criticism well, and we take all those things. Y'all know I come in hot. So what we've decided, I'm going to take a day to cool down after watching the game, and then we're going to come back with that fire. We appreciate everybody in the comments, man. Y'all got anything else to say on the show?
Yeah, we got to give our score predictions.
Oh, my goodness, our score predictions. So, Matt, what's the score this Thursday?
Man, you know what? I think we I didn't go with it last week, and I'm a little mad at myself because I didn't put too much faith in our new look Bills. But I'm going to go, we put up another 30-piece this week because we got to score against a team like this. I'm going to go 34-17 Bills.
Oh, we smacking these 2 touchdowns. I think
switch the fish.
Spread?
Josh Allen getting right with his sons.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely take the over on that. I think the Bills is the better team. I think we won by a touchdown or more. So I'm going Bills. 28, Dolphins 20. 28-20. Bills.
28-20. For me, I got I'm just being honest, y'all.
Here we go.
No, listen.
Here we go. You picked the Cardinals, you got to pick the Dolphins, right?
No, absolutely not. I think the Bills should own the Dolphins. I'm on that tip. I don't really like the Dolphins as a team personally. So for me, I got the Bills 27, the Dolphins 13. I think the defense should show up.
All right.
I think the defense should show up. And I just what I saw from Josh Allen, I think he's gunning for the MVP. He's gunning for the MVP. I think that he has that in his sights. He wants it. And I may or may not have that on good authority. So I'm just gonna say it. So Bills 27, Miami 13. I don't think they're a good team at all, honestly, in my personal opinion. They have some decent parts, but I don't think they're a good team. And so, yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you know what? This is going to be the first time we ever repeat the contest because that's my bad. I didn't tell everybody what they're going to win if we're going to do it. So I'm just going to repeat the contest real quick. So score prediction contest. How to enter? You got to be following us. You have to predict the correct score. The first tiebreaker is going to be Josh Allen's passing yards. Second tiebreaker is going to be James Cook's rushing yards. The winner will receive a $30 gift certificate to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Any one of their locations. They're going to be hooking us up all year, so you'll be able to get the opportunity to win and go in there and check out their amazing selection.
You can't get no better than that, y'all. So listen, please enter into the contest right now. Shout out to Art of Glass, $30 off. You know the vibe. So those of you in the comments that was talking about certain things from Art of Glass, you do the math.
And if you get the score prediction and the yards, we might work something out for that. You know what I'm saying? We might work something out. But that's it.
Shout out to Art of Glass. And y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
We'll see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby.